Hi everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Classroom YouTube channel. In today's real estate exam prep video, we're going to discuss type of insurance that you have to know about because you probably have to have it. It's called Errors and Ommissions Insurance, commonly referred to in the industry as E&O insurance. And we're going to talk about this type of insurance right now. Hey everyone, my name is Vojchehoske and welcome to the Real Estate Classroom YouTube channel, where our mission is simple. That's to help you pass your real estate exam the first time. So in today's real estate exam prep video, we're going to discuss a type of insurance that you have to have as a real estate professional in most jurisdictions in the United States. It's called Errors and Ommissions Insurance, commonly referred to as E&O insurance. Now, what this is basically your malpractice insurance. Not unlike a doctor or a lawyer who will have their malpractice insurance. That's what Errors and Ommissions Insurance is. So if you make a mistake, you screw something up in a real estate transaction, you have that insurance coverage to protect you financially. And it does provide for, in most policies, it does provide for legal counsel. So the Errors and Ommissions Insurance Company will go out and hire a local attorney to represent you in case you get sued. But there are some things that you have to know for the real estate exam, and you also have to know as a practitioner. And I'm going to discuss both here. Number one is Errors and Ommissions Insurance may not be required for every licensee in every state. Some states, very few, but there are some states that only the designated broker is required to carry Errors and Ommissions Insurance. And then if one of their salespersons or associate brokers get into some kind of legal trouble, then their E&O insurance covers that licensee. And in most states, though, every licensee, including the designated broker, has to have Errors and Ommissions Insurance. And why this is important is each state is specifically different. So you have to know for your state portion of the real estate exam what your state E&O insurance coverages and requirements are. So make sure you look into that when you're preparing for your real estate exam. From a practitioner point of view, there are a few things I really want you to know about because I see this a lot in where I'm at here in Nebraska, and it extends across the United States. And that is, you need to make sure that you have the appropriate amount of coverage. Very important, because most of these policies have a basic minimum. And quite frankly, that's what most real estate professionals do. They'll just go get the basic package and that's it. I got to have the insurance. So I'm going to get the bare minimum. But that may not be adequately protecting you. So for example, if your base coverage is $250,000 in liability coverage, but yet you're dealing in $1 million homes, large commercial transactions or large agriculture transactions, million plus, those type of things, you don't have enough insurance coverage. So you need to make sure that you have the appropriate insurance coverage, because if anything above your insurance coverage, if there's a judgment against you, especially in states that have punitive damages, they're going to come after your personal finances. So you need to make sure you have the appropriate coverage. The other thing is, not every insurance carrier provides carte blanche type coverage. So they may protect you on a sales transaction, but not in a leasing or a management. So you have to have that discussion with your insurance carrier to find out if you're doing property management and you're doing leasing. Are those activities covered? A lot of Errors and Ommissions insurance coverage does not cover things like fair housing complaints unless you have an additional rider that you've paid for. So you have to ask questions. Environmental riders. So if you're in commercial, you're industrial, or maybe you're managing those pre-1978 homes where lead-based paint issues are prominent, you have to find out whether or not you're required to have an environmental rider. That's an additional amount of coverage. And the other thing is, with so many real estate professionals buying and selling their own investment properties, understand that in fact, I can't think of one in Errors and Ommissions insurance coverage where I've seen where they cover a transaction where you're representing yourself as a buyer or a seller. So you have to ask that question. You know, if I'm doing my own deal, will Errors and Ommissions insurance coverage protect me? And so those are not so much things you're going to need to know for the real estate exam, but definitely as a real estate professional. So there you have it. If you're going to continue studying, I highly recommend that you check out this video right here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps the channel grow. Click the little circle to my left. Comments and questions down below. Love comments and questions. That's it for this week. I'll see you all in the next video.